Let's talk off track. There's been yet more speculation about your future in recent days, recent weeks. Is there any update you can give us?
No.
And what do you make of the speculation?
Nothing.
And do you have a date in mind?
No, there's nothing to say.
So
from my side.
So full commitment to Red Bull 2020.
I said there's nothing to say. So.
Do you want to stay in Red Bull next year? Are you driving for Red Bull next year?
Okay, I don't want to go here, say yes and no and this and that about my future. I said already many times that if there was something new, I would say it myself.
4 podiums from the last 5 Grand Prix. What's the feeling coming here? Ready for another fight with Mercedes?
Turn up. Time to really crack the whip and do better.
But feeling confident you can continue this run that you've been on yourself and the team?
I feel definitely good. I think don't know what to expect this weekend, if I'm really honest, with the more straights or longer straights. But love this track. The weather's great, and I'm really proud of the team and the incremental steps that we're taking.
Mercedes obviously have a quick car, but they were struggling with reliability lately. You were more consistent in that way. Is that the consistency the key feature that could make the difference in the end?
I hope so. Often in championships that is the case, and that's really down to the amazing work that the team has done in really building us a reliable car. That's no easy feat to build a fast and reliable car, so we're very grateful to them for that, and then just trying my best to extract everything in every single lap and every single point I can out of the car.
Saw the news earlier today that you'll be taking penalty this weekend. Can we just get the background on it from your side? And that aside, what's your feeling arriving here at Spa?
I think the main thing is just another weekend to look forward to. Trying to race well, trying to qualify well, and try have a good weekend. See what we can improve on. Of course, certainly won't be made easier by the grid penalty, but that's just because I've just been unlucky in the first part of the season, losing a lot of different bits, whether it was the engine or the power unit or the controls, whatever it's been. So I'm just on the back foot from a spare parts point of view, but that's out of my hands and it's out of our hands in some ways. So that's life. Just got to take it on the chin and deal with some of the penalties that I have coming up. But this is certainly a better track to take the penalties than the next two. So yes, part of it. But we can still look forward to try have a good weekend.
You won't give up on trying to defend your title, obviously, Lando. With the rear wing coming this weekend and the upgrade coming for Hungary, do you sense they're kind of mission critical if you are to have a fighting chance of defending your title?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, every little thing helps. The thing is, when you see an upgrade on the notes that you get, you think it's going to turn things around. The rear wing that we have this weekend, it's just very, very small step. We're talking probably not even a tenth of a second. So probably not even half a tenth maybe. So we're talking small numbers, and hopefully the upgrades we can have in Budapest and into Zandvoort can help us maybe accelerate a little bit more of that progression. But we're doing what we can. You can't rush these things. You can't just make them appear. So we're paying the price. We're working hard. The team are working hard, and we just have to keep our heads down and maximize what we have now, which I think we did in Silverstone. Except that we're probably not going to win a race anytime soon. But if there's an opportunity, if things kind of fall into place, if we're just a bit quicker than we expected, you never know, and it can still happen. So we're working hard. We're doing the best we can. But we still have to be patient, and I'm doing everything I can as a driver to defend what's mine.
25 points in it, 2 races until the summer break. Where's your mind at arriving here at Spa, and any answers to some of the questions you had after Silverstone?
It's great the gap has closed up, but it's not really a focus at all. The focus is trying to get the best result, best performance possible. Still every race learning so much on how to find more performance, to be honest. It's still a challenge getting on top of these new power units for cars, for tyres, but I feel in a good place. Spa's a place I enjoy to drive. I've got some good memories over the years, so bring it on.
Thank you.
I mean, in a way, one headache's gone, which was the bad luck hemorrhaging you a lot of points. So it's kind of a fair sporting contest now. But I mean, you're saying the car isn't quite natural to you. Can you give people an idea? Is it like a left back playing as a right back or something like that?
Well, I've not done that, so
I know.
that may be a good
Yeah.
good comparison. But yeah, I think every car has, like, you naturally evolve your driving style to suit what is needed. And you know, when I raced in Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, F1 at Williams, and then the previous gen, my style sort of suited what was needed from all of those cars. And this year, we're just seeing a lot of trends that my style isn't quite suiting what the power unit needs, what the tyres need, and we're just needing to adapt the setup to something that I've not really ran before. And it's kind of forcing me to drive a bit more consciously rather than subconsciously, which is also a bit of a negative. So I'm hoping I'm like in a bit of a learning pit before I can then take advantage of those learnings. Like I guess it's like a golfer changing his swing. You know, it's probably going to take a small step backwards first, and then you relearn that new swing, and then it's better. I kind of feels a little bit where I'm at the moment.
Can you do it though in time for the title?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Just close the gap and, you know, bring it on.
Not the smoothest weekend last time out at Silverstone. How do you rate your chances here? And also, what about the car's development plan from here? We just heard Lando talking about a few parts coming for Hungary.
Yeah.
What are your expectations around that as the season continues?
Yeah, I mean, for this weekend, I'm not sure where we're going to sit. You know, we're going to be similar to where we have been, which is probably third or fourth quickest car, depending on how competitive Red Bull look, really. So that's just the reality of where we are at the moment. I think going forward, yeah, hopefully the new parts we can bring to the car will help us out. You know, we're under no illusion that we're going to need more than the upgrades we're bringing in the next few races, but hopefully it's a positive step in the right direction, and we can at least be there to pick up the pieces. So yeah, hopefully we can try our best this weekend, see what comes our way, and then try and get on the front foot from Budapest onward.
Pretty much half a season for you in a Red Bull seat. Wondered if you could sum it up in your own words so far, how pleased you are with your efforts, and also what you've learned alongside Max. Is he the best benchmark you can have?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I myself coming into this seat, there's a lot of talking, but in the end, new regulation change. Everyone has to adapt. Man, I feel like I've been not fully, but pretty much on top of what the car can do and delivering good consistency. But to be honest, I really want, like, in the close future, fighting for podiums regularly is where the team deserves to be. So that's what we're aiming for. And yeah, at the same time, obviously being with Max, very impressive benchmark. I mean, the best driver on the grid, and to be on the other side of the garage, learning every weekend. There's a lot to take, and lots of improvements have been made since the start, so I'm happy.
Mike Crack was saying this morning about that hopefully that the tough times are coming to an end, obviously with the upgrade that's on the way, particularly for next week. I mean, is that a similar sort of sense to what you're feeling at the moment? And maybe a word on just how hard everyone's been working behind the scenes to get you back into a more positive position?
Yeah, let's hope so. I think it's going to be a tough weekend for two reasons. One, because we are, on an uncompetitive trend. We didn't upgrade the car since the beginning of the year. The others did a little bit, so it seems that we are, not getting closer at all, even further away. But I think the second is the challenge that the Spa, brings to this generation of cars as well. So the energy deployment and things like that will be a challenge. We have 3 free practice to fine-tune the setup and things like that. So let's see if we can, somehow go through the weekend, in the best manner possible. And as you said, I think everyone was working extremely hard, to bring the upgraded car for next week in Budapest. So yeah, let's hope it works and we can give something back to everyone in the factory.
Thanks, Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando, I guess there's two ways to go about things. You can plan around a big upgrade and suffer for a long time, or maybe throw little bits at the car in the hope of finding short-term solutions. Do you think the team has chosen the best path, however painful it's been?
I think so. I think if you go piece by piece, upgrading the car race by race, I think you don't fundamentally change the DNA of the car. You need to stop sometimes and reflect, and coordinate what is wrong in the car and tackle that problem, from the very deep manner and maybe change, more things in the car. So I think it was the right decision, and obviously, Adrian's vision on this as well. So we all support that, and I think it was also the budget constraints. You cannot build new parts of the car every race because there is no budget to do that. Well, this for our team.
I think you described Silverstone as sort of a damage limitation weekend in comparison kind of how you're up against Racing Bulls at the moment. In terms of this weekend, is that kind of be a similar situation, what you're kind of expecting around here?
Yeah, I mean, they've looked really strong in the last few weekends, scoring points, I think, with both cars in the last 4 races. So they've definitely done a good job, a better job than we've been able to do, in the last couple of weeks. It's gonna be tough because they're very competitive. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but I think until we get this next batch of upgrades on the car, it's mainly gonna try to, I don't like to say damage limitation, but try to take it race by race and make their life as hard as possible. We got a single point more in the championship, which we're gonna try to hold on to as long as we can. But yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one.
Will this be even more extreme here at Spa in terms of the energy offsets potentially on track? And how do you get your head around that and strategize in advance of the race?
I think that's just it's the 10th race of the season. We kind of know what to expect. It is gonna be different. I think in terms of racing opportunities, might actually not be such a bad thing. Feeling inside the car is different, but at the end of the day, we still got X amount of corners where we'll have to drive as fast as we can. There is a bit more thinking behind the driving we do and how to use the energy and do it in an efficient way. But I don't want to make Spa all about that, sort of clipping and everything we're going to see this week.
Hi Nico, feels like maybe there's a bit of good luck that's due to come your way, particularly after how Silverstone panned out. So kind of looking ahead to this weekend, what you're hoping for, and I guess how do you kind of galvanise the team around you when things like that have been happening a bit more regularly than you'd like this year?
Well, we just keep going. We stay united, we stay focused. It can happen in sport, and we've had a bit of headwind recently, I would say. So we just need to take things into our hands, and change that fortune. We're definitely going to have a good crack at it here this weekend, obviously we want to come away with something good on Sunday.
The car scored some points with Gabby and Silverstone. Kind of similar track here, so can you be relatively hopeful you might be battling for points? I mean, the Racing Bulls have looked pretty good, particularly on straights. So
yeah, and there's a lot of straight lines here, and it's a tough track on power, on energy, quite an energy-stuffed circuit, and that has not been our strongest side. So honestly, I think tough weekend ahead for us. Not the easiest track on paper. But like always, it's racing. You're gonna give it your all, leave it all out there, and anything can happen.
4 double points finishes in a row for the team. What are the chances of making it 5 this weekend here at Spa?
I mean, if we have the same form as the last weekends, should be pretty good. I mean, the team have done an amazing job over the past few months to continue to bring performance, and I'd say the last few weekends we have been a clear sort of best of the rest. So yeah, obviously feeling confident. Hopefully should be a good weekend.
Also wanted to ask you, almost half a year, well pretty much half a year into your F1 journey, how do you put it all into words up to this point?
It's been a very special experience. I mean, obviously this is something I've been dreaming of my whole life, so I've really tried to enjoy it. Stay in the present, of course, but also try to take a step back sometimes and really appreciate the moment, because it was many years that I've been dreaming of being in this opportunity. You only get a first year once, so yeah.
You haven't been in F1 long. It's been a fantastic start to your career, but things happen quickly. If you had to step up to the Red Bull senior team, do you think you'd be able to do it by the end of this year?
I was not expecting that question today. I don't know. It's not really something I'm thinking about too much. We'll see what happens. In the end, I'm very focused on finishing my year well at VCARB, and we'll see what happens. That's a question for Max. It's up to him what he decides he wants to do.
First time in Spa in a Formula One car. What's your opinion about this track?
I think it's amazing. I think it's very special. It's iconic. For sure, it's one of the most iconic circuits on the F1 grid. Calendar. So yeah, I'm really excited to drive it. There was a lot of discussion before Silverstone about the energy and stuff, and honestly, I'd say it was better than I expected. So this track is similar to Silverstone, but I think with how Silverstone ended up being, I think we'll still be able to really feel all those incredible emotions that the track will give us, incredible feelings that the track will give us. So I think it will be very enjoyable driving these fast cars around a circuit like this.
Somehow we're nearly at the August break, so I guess we're coming up to kind of that halfway point this season in Cadillac's journey in their first year in F1. How do you kind of reflect on the progress that's been made right from the start to where you are now?
Yeah, I think we've been making some good progress. Obviously, we are all very impatient in this sport, so not as much as we wanted, But I think now we are talking about those next big gains that we need to do to get into the midfield group regularly, and I really hope that comes soon. That really needs to come for us as soon as possible.
And I guess in terms of gains this weekend, what are you looking to achieve? What progress are you looking to make here?
Well, Silverstone looked like we were a step closer to the midfield, so hopefully we can do another step here and be a little bit closer also to the midfield group. That would be a nice way to start chipping away race by race.
You said a lot to think about, a lot of questions to be asked after Silverstone. Do you have some of those answers arriving here at Spa?
We are doing the best we can as a team to understand the issues we're having this year, we're having since the beginning on this car, not being able to deliver the performance we thought, with all the delays, with the fact that we see other teams developing quicker and better than us. So yeah, we're doing our best to understand all these things and to try and improve them. It's clear that it's been an incredibly challenging year and a character building year for all of us, but we're doing our best to find those understandings and bring things to every race to improve the situation and improve the performance.
Almost at the summer break, what do you want to see from the team across this double header?
I think if we manage to unlock some, we know this car still is not delivering and performing at the level that it should from our numbers. So if we were able to find a bit more load and a bit more performance in it over these next couple of races, by the way we set it up or the way we bring little things to the car, it will already be an encouraging sign. And then we know a lot of our learnings of this year are going to be more biased towards next year's car, because that's when we realistically can do a big step. So yeah, let's see.
After Silverstone, you talked about having a lot to think about after a disappointing race. What level of confidence do you have that you'll see proper signs that this project is functioning along the lines that you expected by the end of this year?
I think it's clear now that we are struggling to hit our targets this year. Since the beginning of the year with this year's car, we haven't delivered the performance we expected, partly due to the delays we had at the beginning of the season and how we're carrying over all those compromises into the rest of the year. But also in general, we are not being able to understand, I think, this set of regulations as well as we did last year. And now, it's clear we have a lot of work to do. We're doing our best. Every race weekend there is a massive push from the factory to try and bring little things to help our understanding and our development. And honestly, we're pushing flat out. It's just that, so far we are also limited with the budget cap. We're limited with the amount of things we can do, and we are a bit in a box, but doing everything we can.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are back together with you after a long break at Formula One. Actually, like a 2 week, we were not together at Formula One. At this break, we had a lot of things that happened. We have a lot of rumors about Max Verstappen. We had a lot of fights. Actually, the last race there was a fight between the Toto Wolff and Fred Vasseur, actually, and of course, as you know, we had the two part of the press conferences in our channel. Today, actually, I wasn't able to comment to both of the press conferences, and actually, we would like to share those videos without any comment in our channel. And of course, I will try my best to comment these videos. As you know, we are having always in our channel. Actually, we are trying to have in our channel the pre-race interviews of the some of the drivers. As you know, there is no interviews of all of the drivers at the pre-race interviews. We had a couple of them, and actually there was I think the most important ones, and we had who were the most interesting interviews of the most interesting interviews for today, and also we had questions about for the British drivers, for the we had for the British national team, actually, at the World Cup, for the British drivers at the Formula One. They said that they are very, very proud with them. And actually, we had Lewis Hamilton, as he said, it's time to do much more better than this one that they are doing. And also he had that it's not easy to build a fast and reliable car with a Ferrari, but I think there is hopes, huge hopes about the Spa, about the Belgium Grand Prix for the winning, and actually to have a much more interesting and much more competitive car than the others, and of course to give hope to the Ferrari fans for the winning the drivers championship and also maybe the team championship this season at the Formula One. As you know, Max Verstappen was asked about the rumors. Is there any upgrade? Is there any update about those rumors? He was just his answer was just no, and nothing. He's not closing the doors about the rumors, about the transfer rumors, but he keeps saying no to those rumors. And of course, as you know, for the British Grand Prix, Lando Norris will have a 10th place grid penalty because of the McLaren is replacing his power unit for the Belgium. We are used to it for this one. I wasn't expecting from the McLaren, I'm sorry, but they selected to replace Lando Norris's engine for this race, and maybe to have hope also, if they have a good engine with a replacement, to maybe to change also Oscar Piastri's power unit, Oscar Piastri's engine. Also, Piastri said today that McLaren is the third or the fourth quickest car in Belgium. We will see actually what will happen. Also, George Russell said that they need to be a little bit much more consistent they need to be much more consistent about following races at the Formula One, but we will see what will happen. These were the main keynotes about today's pre-race interviews. If you want to not miss any of this kind of video, just don't forget to follow our channel, to like this video, and to give your opinion, your comments, your thoughts about pre-race interviews. Just as I said, also we're going to have tomorrow all of the videos that are going to publish from the Formula One. Just until tomorrow, be safe and subscribe to our channel.